Hello and welcome back. I'm also under Module 2 for this video. It's for the field experience and all the documents associated with that, the directions. You're going to see this pop up a couple of times throughout our Moodle course. The reason being is the title of this course is EDUC 298, Pre-Professional Field Experience and Skills Development. So a big portion of our class together is the field experience. You're going to see these documents more than one time just so I know that you're aware of what's important. So the field experience PowerPoint. So this is just going to walk us through exactly what's expected of you as you're out in the field and kind of what this experience is all about. So I'll go ahead and walk through this one really quickly for about a minute or two. So this is for the field experience for EDUC 298. Big Mayville State logo here. So not only are you representing Mayville State University because you're attached now, even though you may not be in the teacher ed program, you're attached to Mayville State University. You are representing us and we want you to represent us well. Not only are you representing Mayville State, you're also representing yourself. You're starting your professional reputation. These teachers are going to know a little bit about you, but they're going to learn a lot about you as you're out in their classrooms, and we want to make sure to have that positive impression and give yourself and Mayville State a good name. And not only is Mayville State's name on the line and your name, my name is too, because I am setting up these placements or helping you set up these placements. So I ask you to make sure that you're presenting the best you that you can be and that you're representing Mayville State, yourself, and myself in the best possible light. So that's your job as you're out in the field, as you're forming your professional reputation, the foundations of it. Contacting your teacher. So because you're an online student and you're all over the place, I'm not going to set up your placements right away. So what's going to happen is you're going to contact a teacher. So if you think you want to be in a preschool classroom, you're going to call that teacher or perhaps the principal. It depends on what kind of relationship you have. Most principals like to be notified, but if you have a relationship with the teacher, they'll probably ask their principal. So just make sure it's okay with the principal and the teacher that you're in that classroom, and make sure you contact them as soon as you can to set up your first meeting. So at your first meeting, if you email them and say, will you be, there's a form email right here, so dear teacher, and kind of write this out explaining, here's just a form, you don't have to use this, a form email. You can give as much information as you would like, but I wanted to provide that with you so they know what this is all about. You can contact that teacher and say, would you be willing to let me do a placement? If they are willing, please send me their contact information. And what's going to happen there is I will contact those teachers and they'll say, yes, I want to make sure it comes from Mayville State, not just you're setting up your own placements, but that this teacher knows that your teacher at Mayville State knows that you're going to be in this classroom and there's different expectations that they need to follow and different papers they need to sign, all those good things. So to recap, you're going to contact a teacher and you're going to ask if you can observe in their classroom. Then if they say yes, you're going to give me that information. And there's a couple different places you're going to put it. You're going to email it to me to make sure I have it, and you're also going to upload it into the wiki on Moodle, which I'll show you in just a second. So make sure that you're professional because your reputation is on the line, remember. The next piece here is some general expectations. So once you contact that teacher, you contact me with their information, I will send this out to them. So this is what is expected of you. This is a document out on Moodle, and we'll walk through that one in just a second. Here's that verification log. This is where the bulk of the points in this course. You get 10 points per hour, total of 15 hours, and there's also 10 points for filling it in correctly and giving me that teacher information in a timely manner. So there's some information here of what you'll be doing, but basically you'll need to make sure that you just fill this out correctly and that you have it signed each time you go in. A quick reminder, there's 15 total hours. 13 can be in a regular ed classroom, 2 have to be in a special ed. So I'll say that again. 13 in a regular education classroom and 2 in a special education classroom. Reason being, we want to make sure that you're exposed to not only the regular education curriculum, but also how students with special needs, how teachers are adapting to their needs as well. So 15 hours total. This is a little video that you can watch on your own. It just kind of explains the reflection template. So it says what, basically what happened, what did you watch, the facts, report it like you're a police investigator, what did you see exactly. So what does that mean? So what? What does that mean to my practice? How am I relating to this? What kind of connections am I making? What kind of questions do I have? And then now what? What am I going to do now that I have this information? And you're going to break your reflections down into that. Reflections should be a page each. That's it. You can make it a little bit longer if you want, but about a paragraph for each, for what, so what, and now what. So about 3 paragraphs a page it should equal. So that's what that's all about. The next piece here is, what am I looking for? I'm not just going to go out into the classroom and sit there and twiddle my thumbs, right? What kind of things am I looking for? Research shows that if you have a specific thing you're looking for, you're able to find more. So here are some things that, there's a handout also on Moodle that gives you specific things to look for. So what are the objectives? Where are they listed? Are they in the lesson plans or on the board? Do the students know them? Does just the teacher know them? What are 2 things about this class that seem to support student learning? So there's a whole sheet of things that you can look for. So back here when it says on your reflection, focus for today, these are topics that you can pick. Maybe you're looking at objectives. Maybe you're looking at some evidence of student learning, some assessment, classroom management, and transitions. So there's lots of different things that you can focus on for your observation. Reflective journals, you need to write 5 of them. Again, you need to write 5 of them. They're each worth 10 points. Here's some information about them. They need to be uploaded to Moodle, and you can write them on, this is what you're going to use that what, so what, now what for. And here's some other general things that you can look at. So classroom management, teacher-student interactions, interests, classroom environment, strengths, weakness, creativity, innovation, all those good things. And you're going to use that template for 5 journal entries. Say you need to get 15 hours in and you go 5 different times for 3 hours. You can write 1 reflection each time you go. Let's say you go 1 hour a week for 15 weeks. You still only have to write 5 journal entries. Say you go 2 days, 8 hours and 7 hours. You still need to figure out how to write 5 journal entries. So 5 entries total for that. And that's it for that. We'll go back to Moodle, take a peek at what else we have here. So that was the PowerPoint. We also have the verification log, which I told you about. Like I said, you get points for filling it out correctly. I've learned that not everybody fills it out correctly. So this is just a little incentive to get you to do that correctly. So again, 13 hours in a general education classroom. It can be early childhood, it can be elementary, it can be secondary, any content area in secondary, but you'll also need 2 hours in a special ed classroom. So you're only going to send me the information for your general education placement, and then that teacher, that kindergarten teacher, that high school science teacher is going to help you find the special ed placement. So that's what that's all about. You're going to fill out the date, what you did, and this is actually gray just to show you an example, don't count those hours, the times you were there, how many hours, and then the teacher's initials. So you're going to have a hard copy of this that you print and you upload to Moodle, and that's how you get your points. And here's some space down here for the special education hours, and here's the regular ed hours. So total of 15 hours or more. More is always a good thing too. Next thing on Moodle is general expectations. While you're out in the field, not only is Mayville State's reputation on the line, but so is yours and so is mine. So here are some expectations that we'd like you to follow while you're out there. Make sure that you contact your teacher immediately, because they're going to be expecting you to call or email them. Make sure to stop in the office before your first visit, introduce yourself. Who knows, maybe in a couple of years you'll be working there and you want to form those relationships early on, so make a good impression. During your first visit, you can set up the rest of your times if you'd like, or you can say, next week I'll be here on Thursdays from 2 to 3. You can set that up however you'd like, however it works best for you and for your cooperating teacher, but be flexible and remember that they're very kind to let you into their classroom and observe their teaching. Professional attire is required, so you're going to be dressing up for these observations because your reputation is on the line. You're a professional and we want that to be reflected in your clothing as well. No cell phones, because teachers don't typically have their cell phones out. It's not professional, so no cell phones during your observation as well. If you want to take notes on your laptop, just let the teacher know that so they know what you're doing back there. Bring your verification log with you every time that you go, because you'll need your teacher to sign it every time you go, and that will be handed in at the end for all of your 160 points. And remember to get at least 15 hours, 13 regular ed, 2 special ed. You've heard me say that many times, but it's important that you get a variety of each. And if you have any questions, or your teacher does, they can contact me at this information as well. So those are our general expectations. This was that form I was telling you about for classroom observations. So like I said, a whole page of what you can look for. So here's reflecting on the class as a whole, the teacher's presentation skills, or interaction and rapport. So there's lots of different things that you can look for. And this is what effective teachers do, and we want to look for those things in the classrooms we're observing. The reflective journals, here's the template, so you can save this 5 different times, or you can copy and paste it so it's all in one document, however you'd like to do that. But remember, we fill out the grade, the subject, the topic of the lesson. The focus can be from that classroom observation checklist, all the different things that you can look for. What did I observe? One little paragraph. So what? What did I learn from what I saw? Why is it important to me as a future educator? Did it impact my beliefs? And then now what? What am I going to do with this information? And this is just some notes for me. You don't have to worry about that. This is notes for where I got this information. So that's just a reference for me. But that's what it's going to look like, 1 page each. They're worth 10 points, and you need to write 5 of them. Last thing here is the wiki for the teacher contact information. So I've done a sample here. My name, my teacher's name, school name, where it's located, content area or grade level, their email, and their contact number. So this is one place you're going to put this information, and you're also going to upload it to email. So you're going to send it to me in an email as well, so I can contact that teacher. As the directions imply, you can click edit. You'll be able to put your own information right in here. So it's got information for you to type. You can type in any of those. And when you're done, just make sure that you click save, or else it will not save your information. So that's what that looks like. And I believe that's it for Module 2. Let's double check just to make sure. Module 2 for the field experience document. So that's quite a lengthy process. Like I said, you'll be seeing that information again. But your main goal is to make sure you get that teacher contact information to me and to the wiki as soon as you can. As always, let me know if you have questions. Thanks.